All right, so this is part 5, I believe. Let's say that this was your uh, handout. I'll give you a handout, PDF. It'll be online, but you take a look at it. And let's say that this is the wall you want to duplicate. So there's a couple ways to go about it. First one is to get the levels correct and then make your stacked wall have these components. We've already made these components, but we haven't set up what they're supposed to be yet in terms of the composition of each wall type. So let's do the levels first. So this is the handout. This is a, an example of your uh, setup that you're bringing into class to begin with. So we'll take a look at. There's a couple ways we could do this. Let's take a look at the basement floor is minus 13, 11 and a half. So we could simply do it this way. Minus 13 feet, 11.5 is the same as 11 and a half. Now, the bottom of the basement wall is 14, 3 and a half. So let's find the bottom of the basement wall. Okay, so we don't have the label on this side. We'll click this little box here and put the label there. And we change that to the bottom of the basement wall is minus 14 feet, 3.5 inches. Okay, so that'll put it down where we want the level to be for our project. And the next one is the bottom of the garage footing is minus 3'6". That's good. Top of the basement wall is what? Let's see. That's top of the basement wall is 10 and a half inches. Okay, that's already there. The first floor is 2 feet. Well, here's our first floor. Let's change that to 2 feet. We just click on it and let's unlock it. Let's keep these. This might be for the alignment, but anyway, 2 feet. We're going to change that level to 2 feet. Okay. Now the top of the first floor wall, where is that one? Here we go. Top of first floor wall, 17 feet. And so what's left? Second floor is 19 feet. So we change that to 19 feet. And the top of the second floor wall is 39, 3 and 3/8. Okay, so let's fix that. 39 feet, 3 3/8 of an inch. And from there, we go down 8 inches and up 8 inches for the top of the fascia and the bottom of the fascia. So let's do that with dimensions. We're going to put our dimensions in here. Let's do that one too. Okay. So we can't see that. We can't really read them. So let's get them out of the way. Okay. So that's supposed to be 8 inches. So then we'll just click on this one here. We're clicking the object that we want to move when we change the dimension. And then let's grab this one and just drag it down so that it's below. And then we'll click on the object and we'll say that should be 8 inches also. We wanted this to be 8 inches. Some reason it's 9 1/4. So let's make it back to 8 inches. Okay, and double check this. The top of the second floor wall should be 38. No, that's the bottom of the fascia. 39, 3 3/8. Okay, so everything's good. We can double check with our dimensions here. 23 3/8. Yeah. 2. Yeah. 8'15" for this one. Let's drag it up a little bit here. What do we have here? This looks weird. Oh, we can't read it, first of all. So pull that one over there. 1 foot 1.5. It's supposed to be 2. So something's wrong here. Let's see what we did wrong here. Activate this view, top of the basement wall, and then 2 feet. Okay, so here, let's see what's going on here. This should be 2 feet. We want to drag this over. And it is right, 10.5, 1 foot 1.5. That's correct. This distance is the one we don't know. So let's put a dimension in. Of course, I will give you this information. You don't have to do any kind of measurements on the handout. But let's see, what is this? 4 foot 4.5. Okay, so it's right. 4 foot 4.5. Okay. So that's step one. We get the levels right. Step two is we're going to change this so that it's made up of these components with these wall types. So let's click on our stacked wall and we'll edit the type and we'll edit the structure, and it's going to be B, C, D. So the first one will be B. Let's see if we can find B. The second one will be C. We're looking for C. It is alphabetized. The next one is D. We're looking over there. It looks like a D. The next one is E. So we don't have any more, so we need to insert some more. Okay, so it's B, C, D, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, that looks pretty simple. E, F, G, and I think we might have some more. All right, let's see what we can do here. A. A is the bottom one. So we don't have one. We'll insert another row and we'll just make that A. Looking for A. There it is. Now, what are the heights? Well, we know that 8 and 8 for those two. So we're going to change the height of that to 8 inches. We're going to change the height of that one to 8 inches. Wall type D is 18 feet, 11 3/8. And that next one is wall type E, and it's 2 feet. Wall type F, 15 feet. And 1 foot 1.5 for G. And A is our variable. So we always want A to be the one that stretches. Okay. So let's say okay and see what happens. And it changed to exactly what this is made up of, letter-wise. Now I'm concerned about this not lining up as it should. So I might have made a mistake here. Let's go back and edit the type again just to double check. 8 inches, 8 inches. This one is 18, 11 3/8. Yeah. 2 feet, 15 feet. 1 foot 1.5. Okay, that was wrong. 1 foot 1.5. All right, so it's telling me I've done something wrong here. 1 foot 1.5 inches. Let's see what happens now. Because we know that the walls, so that's 8 and 8. And oh, here's our issue right there. Where is the top of that wall? The top of that wall should be the top of the second floor wall. Oh, and see, we got it set to the wrong level. Top of second floor wall. I like to show mistakes. Okay, and it's top of second floor wall, and then it said add another 18 feet. So let's go back and say don't add anything to it, make that to the top of the wall, which it did. Okay, but I've got something wrong here because it should be the top of the wall plus 8 inches, right? Because this middle layer is that. So let's add another 8 inches to this wall. We're looking for the properties of this wall. So we're gonna, and then it should go up another 8 inches. See what happens. So we would say go to the top of the first floor wall, but then go up another 8 inches from there. All right. Now, see, I'm still confused as to why this, see, this isn't lining up. I like to show my mistakes. So let's try to figure out what that mistake is. 20 foot 3 3/8, 20 foot 3 3/8. Ah, here we go. Look at that. That 20 foot 3 3/8 should be all the way up to there. Okay, so let's fix it. Let's drag this guy up here. And then I want to just do it. So, and then we'll fix the other ones. So I put it to the wrong place. 20 foot 3 3/8 of an inch should be to the very, very top of this assembly. And then 8 inches down for the red line, which is the level. So I want to make sure that I grab the right one. And it's not the top of the fascia. It's top of the second floor wall. I can just drag that down any amount that I want, doesn't matter. And then I'll put the dimension in of 8 inches, and Revit will put it exactly where I want it to be. So you can see that Revit did exactly what I told it to do, but I didn't tell it to do what I wanted it to do because I made a mistake about looking where that 20 foot 3 3/8 goes to. And that's a possible mistake that you might make, so you can double check. So we always want to continually double check our work so that it makes sense. And you can see down in the corner here, our processing is done. Okay, finally. So I'm going to try to zoom out. And we'll just say, now, this distance from here to here should be 8 inches. So we'll put that dimension in from here to here. And right now it's 2 inches. So I'm going to grab this. You select the object that you want Revit to move. Then you click on the dimension number, whatever it is. And that will give you the correct dimension by moving the object that you have highlighted. I see a lot of people make the mistake of clicking on the dimension first, expecting to be able to change that. But if you do, as I've said many times before, if you click on the dimension first, Revit doesn't know which object of the objects that it's dimensioning to, which object do you want it to move? So now, let's see, I have 0 inches between the top of the second floor wall and the fascia. I can't really grab it. Maybe I can. Let's try to do that. We'll just pull it down and see what happens. Okay, I was able to grab it. Now see, the dimension is too much. If I click on that dimension first, Well, I guess I already had this selected. So if I click on this dimension now, I can say 8 inches. And it will make the distance between the one end of the dimension and the other end of the dimension to whatever we say we want it to be by moving the object that you've asked it to move. Now, this is looking better. So let's tag our walls now to make sure we're good. I think it's annotate. Let's try that first of all. Tag by category. Let's tag these guys and see if we got the same ones in there. Let's do it on this side. It's supposed to be B. The next one is supposed to be C. It is. This is D. This is F. We have one here. Yeah, we do. It's a G. And then we have this one, which is A. That's our A wall. Now, we haven't changed the assembly of any of these walls yet, but we know now that we have the right order, and we simply need to change what each wall is made up of in order to do the next step. So the first step, you could change the wall types A, B, C, D, E by putting them in the correct order. And then you could fix the levels, or you could fix the levels first and then make the change. But that would be step one. Now, remember, you're going to take a look at what is wall B actually made up of. And I will give you that. I'll give you what all of those walls are made up as. And so that's a good place to stop for this phase.